Well, good morning everybody. Welcome back to my channel and to my English cottage home tour. Today I'm just going to be showing you a few areas of my house that I've kind of cleaned out and purged and just kind of made it look cozy and warm for the winter season. Spring is just upon us, so I figured I might as well clean out everything and then just start with more basic pieces and then just add to them as the weather starts to get a little bit warmer. But let's start right here. When we walk into my house, this would be the view from the front door. And a lot of things have kind of remained the same. Even though that has a little bit of a fall vibe, I loved all the pieces on the shelf. So I kept them there because if you love something, why not keep it out? And I just think it looks so pretty right here in our entryway. I kept the mirror and I also kept the wreath. On this side, everything also stayed the same. And then down at the bottom, I still have this coat rack that I'm going to hang up. And I think I'm going to hang it up on the wall somewhere, but I haven't decided yet. So I've just left it alone. This is where I pretty much cleaned out everything. So we just have some glasses there. I'm not sure if I'm keeping those or donating them. And that's why they're in a basket down there. But I have my tea kettle and I have a little embroidered portrait. Then I have my pretty little lady, a little candle. And then I just have a few little florals in a basket with my grandmother's doily and my tray that I got at an antique store many years ago. Then over here, I just have, I'm gonna try to get it to focus a little bit better. I have my little thrifted vases and my little candle holder. And then this little piece came off of the cloche. And I'm gonna show you that in a few minutes, but you'll see what I did with the rest of it. And then just a basket of spindles. That's little Wednesday Louise or Babushka. Are you Babushka? And then over here, I just have some thrifted prints. So this is where I had a lot of stuff before. And even though it's still kind of full, I really just like the vibe it's giving off. And I'll just change it, maybe take a few things away and add a few things in for spring. And I'm definitely gonna hang that up. I was thinking about hanging it up like right over there and take those pictures down. And then I can just decorate it with like hats or scarves, depending on the season. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Because really in walking through the house, that's the only spot where I thought it might actually work really well. But if you see another spot in this tour, just let me know so I can kind of add it to my list of ideas. But that is our little entryway. And pretty much everything except my bench right there, or my side table, everything else, and the lady's head right there, that was from Amazon, but everything else was thrifted. So that just goes to show you, you can find some really great items thrifting and at a fraction of the cost, and it makes your home unique to you. And that's why I love thrifting so much. Okay, now on to the kitchen. I have made a couple more changes yet again. And every time I come on here, I've made a change in the kitchen, but everything pretty much here is the same, except, so this is where I put that thrifted little rack I got, and that picture that I also thrifted. And actually everything on there has been thrifted, but I just put it up there with little push pins for now because I wasn't sure it was going to stay there and I didn't want to make holes in the backboard if I didn't have to. So right now that's what I did. I just took a basket of, I had the basket before, so I just kind of put it over there. And even with that, like when the cabinet door opens, it still doesn't touch that, so we're in a good spot. I was gonna use it in the bathroom, but I figured, I don't know, I just kind of liked it in the kitchen, and I can always, switch these pieces out and decorate it differently. But I really like it right there, so let me know what you guys think. That's some of my thrifted finds from my haul. And on this side, actually everything is exactly the same. I don't think I changed a thing. Over here, I just have my simmer pot that I just turned off, and that is the wreath that I thrifted. And a lot of you said you like the wreath better than the picture. that I had there, and I am inclined to agree. I think the wreath there is just so much better. Just gives it a little bit more of a rustic vibe, little farmhouse vibe, maybe a little cottage vibe. I think I have a mixture of kind of going in between both actually, but everything over there is the same. In the kitchen, I did add a wreath. So I was just looking for something to put there. I don't know if it's gonna stay there. I don't know if I'm gonna put maybe a ribbon on it and let it hang a little more, or maybe find a smaller wreath. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. I'm not really sure. I'm always kind of stuck right there. So any advice would be great. I would greatly appreciate it. And yes, we do have dishes drying in the sink because you know what? We live in this house. So that is that little area. Over here, I changed it a little bit, not too much. I did add a wax melt over here because just I like the wax melts or something like that in the kitchen. I just think having a nice scent in your home, especially when you walk in, is always very comforting. So I found that we had packed that away and I found it. So I put it in and it has Christmas berries. So even though Christmas is over, our house smells like Christmas and I don't care because I like the way it smells. Then over here, I think everything pretty much is the same. I moved a few pieces and then just kind of cleaned up the area a little bit. And I really like this little area, so I don't want to do too much to it. Kind of liked it the way it was. And the curtains are working out great. I absolutely love them. A lot of you commented on them, so thank you. Again, they're from Walmart. I'll link them below. They do come, I think these are the beige ones. They do come in like a green and a blue, and they do have other colors. But like I said, they were too long. So my advice to you, if your curtains are too long and you like the balloon look, then just kind of tie them up. And then this way you can make them fit your space. And it was my birthday Tuesday the 28th, and my husband had these flowers delivered to me at work, which was very thoughtful and very sweet. And I actually just absolutely love them. And we have all different types of flowers in there. And I cut these off. I have to cut these because these just grew out. But these little things can be poisonous to animals. So I always cut those out. And truthfully, in a lily, if they fall out, they will stain. So you have to make sure you're like right on top of that. And after I finish this video, I'm going to cut those out. But that stayed the same. For the table, so I decided on the two head chairs, that one and this one, I would put a pillow. I don't know, I think it just gives it more of that little homey feel. And I got these pillow covers on Amazon, and I think they were like 2 for $17. So not a bad price at all. And I think they do come in other colors as well, but I'll link them if that's something that you're interested in. I mean, you can put pillow covers on your pillows for your couch, you know, on your bed, anywhere. But I just think adding pillows, or I might even try to find like an Afghan or something to add to it, or like a little blanket. I don't know, it just gives it kind of a cozy feel to me. Then our centerpiece is staying the same until I decorate for spring. I just think it's a very nice piece, and it's also very warm and comforting in the kitchen, especially when, you know, the lights are down. I think it's just so pretty all lit up. So that is that little area, and I really like it. My husband agreed too. He really liked it as well. So I did change up my hutch again. I just keep playing with it. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't sit right with me sometimes, so I just got to move things around. So I have a little antique alarm clock up there. My husband loves a clock in the kitchen, so I had to give him something, so I gave him that clock. And then in my antique hutch, I just went through the house and I grabbed different pieces. And of course I have a little candle lit. But I grabbed a few different pieces and kind of played around with them. I have some ironstone in there, some antique pieces, and I really just like it now. I think it was too matchy-matchy before. I don't know. I liked the teapots and everything, but I don't know. I just think it needed to look not so in order. I kind of wanted it to be just kind of like random things that kind of worked together. And so that's what I came up with thus far. Next video, it might be different, but for now, it's good. Here's a little overview. And everything, again, was thrifted, except the candle, but everything else has been thrifted. So again, goes to show you, go to the thrift store and see what you can find. And it's like a little, you know, adventure. It's like a little hunt, and it's fun. And it saves you tons of money in decorating. We're here on the kitchen wall. Let me move over to this side. The wreath still stayed, the praying man still stayed. All that is the same, and I think, yeah, all that is the same. Here's a little view. And then I moved the disco ball up here. And today is not a sunny day whatsoever. It is very gloomy and cold. But on a sunny day when the sun comes in, it lights up the disco ball all over and it's really pretty. I'll try to capture it one day if I remember and make a short with it just so you can see how cool it is. And that's one thing my husband and I both agree on is the disco ball. So that's kind of neat. Over here, everything is the same. Now guys, this area I am struggling with. So I have like different random pieces, but let me know if this was in your house, what would you do with it? If it was in your kitchen, how would you decorate it? I would love some ideas. I'm not sure, maybe I should paint it and then put something else on it, or paint it and buy like maybe a shelf that goes over it. I'm not really sure. I have to do something with it. I'm just not 100% what yet. I've been going through Pinterest, trying to find different ideas, but I would love to know what you guys think. Just because you've been with me so long, you know what I like, so help me out if you can. Up here, everything is the same, nothing has changed. And over here has changed a little. So this stool was actually in the hallway when you came in, but I moved it over here and put some baskets and the pine cones on it. I don't know, I kind of like it better over here. And that's the one thing about, you know, wanting to redecorate, just move things around from one room to another and you'd be surprised at what you can create. So I have it right there for now. Not sure if it's going to stay there, but for now I like it. Everything else is the same. I have some few pictures of my son up here from when he was little, and also, and I'm going to get into this when our cruise gets closer, but I keep my cruise list. It's printed in my computer and then I take it out. Our cruise is like 95 days away. So I take it out. I might start gathering the items I need, packing my toiletry bag, things like that. So I keep that up there as a reminder. And I put it on the side of the fridge because I don't like things on the front. When people come over, I do take it down, I have to admit. But for the sake of the video, I'm just letting you know this is everyday life. And then if I need to refill anything or buy anything, I start now. This way it's not a mad dash, you know, afterwards. But we will talk cruising in another video. But that is an overview. And I just think it's so pretty. This room is probably my favorite. To me, it's cozy, it's welcoming. It has some of my favorite things in it. And I just love being in here. Okay, coming into our living room. So I have a little bookstore on the TV. And that's another thing. If you're looking for like different backgrounds to put on your television, you can go to YouTube or Netflix and type in, like I typed in bookstore background and this came up. It does have music with it, but obviously for copyright, I didn't keep it on. But this little area stayed the same. And my cats are always fiddling with the curtains. They're supposed to be even. There we go. And this is just a table. I put a tension rod and then I got these curtains from Amazon. And it's also storage. There's storage under there now. So if you needed to hide something away, you could always, that's a great way to do it. Just skirt a table and there you go. And this is it. And now my favorite makeover. So I changed the entire mantle again. So let's start at the beginning. So I didn't like the way it looked before. I think it was too symmetrical and I don't know. I was just having an issue with it. So I decided I liked hanging plants from the mantle. So I had this one in a crock in another room and I just moved it over here. Basket I had, and these were the branches that were in the vases that were up there before. A little candle. And then I had these frames for a long time and I never knew what to do with them. So what I decided to do was I went and I printed out like a black and white photo of florals and then I just stuck it in there. As you can see, I need to print out another one and bring it up higher, but I wanted to show you what my thought process was. And I just love all the pieces together. And I have some vintage books. And then this was the swan that I thrifted. So that's where it ended up. It was right there. And then right here, I had this bird picture in the hallway and I just moved it kind of front and center. I really liked it. I thought it was just so pretty. So I left it on the mantle and I took the wreath down, and that's the wreath that's in the kitchen. So I just moved it around. I have my cute little swans that were there before. And then over here I have another picture that I got off, I think I got it on Pinterest. And then I just put it in a frame, and it's another black and white photo right there. And then I have this little piece of wood with a design on it was on the other side before, but I moved it over here. And then guys, this is the cloche. Well, it's actually a light, but I turned it upside down, and then I put an LED candle in it that I can turn on and off, and I tied a ribbon around it. So this is how I thrifted that piece, and I styled this piece. And I have to say, I'm so glad I got it. I had it in my cart, then I took it out of my cart, and then I went and put it back in my cart. I'm like, this is just too beautiful to leave behind. There's got to be something I can do with it, and this is what I came out with. And a lot of you guys said use it as a cloche, and you guys were so right, so right. And I mean, you could put like little teacups in there. You could put anything that'll fit in there. If you found some like mini Bibles or mini books, you could stack them up and then put the cloche over it. But it's a great way to use a thrifted piece. And I just put in another plant in our little crock over there. And these are faux plants. And then I have same little chair, and that's Nanny 9 o'clock. If any of you have seen Rudolph's Shiny New Year, he was taken care of, Baby New Year was taken care of by Nanny 9 o'clock. So that's what we named her. And believe it or not, I don't really like stuffed animals. My cats sleep with her all the time. They find comfort in her. I'm not sure what it is. You can see like her dress is kind of flattened because they curl up next to her. It's like the cutest thing. I'll have to grab a picture next time they do it. Then I just have my faux fire going. And this is what the mantle looks like. And I absolutely love it. I think it looks so much better. Now, sometimes it takes you a few tries to get it the way you really want it. But I think this is going to be my mantle for quite some time. I just absolutely love it. Even my husband came home and he said it looks really nice. So that's going to stay just like that. Over here, everything is pretty much exactly the same. I just moved the clock back over here with my little binoculars and the candle. And then instead of having the plants flowing down, I just put like some blueberry stems in there because I used those on the mantle. Then the bar cart is someplace I have to work on still, but I moved the checkerboard over there, and then just like some wines and things and some glasses, a brandy decanter, you know, like little things. But I am going to work on that a little bit more. I have a couple of ideas, so we'll see how they come to play out. And then everything else is the same. Sometimes when something just works, you just leave it alone. And this just all works. Everything over here is pretty much the same. That's Serena to the right. That's Gibson Stretching on the left. Those two are thick as thieves. I'm telling you right now. And my poor little Wednesday just kind of goes off on her own or follows me around. And that's all the same. Getting a little sunlight out there, so that's pretty exciting. I did put some pink velvet pillow covers on the pillows just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. I think the other ones were a little too dark. And then that's the same. Just have a candle, and my centerpiece is the same. And then this is the book that I thrifted. I'm going to start reading today. So I'm excited to get into that. So I'll be reading that. And I think everything else is still the same. The hutch is still the same. Still blue. Haven't gotten around to painting it yet, but it's on the list. So we will get to it very soon. And this is our little den, which is still under what I'm going to try to figure out to do with it. A lot of it is still exactly the same. All the photos on the wall are the same. Pillow covers, everything. I think that what I did change was I just put the candle that was on the table before I put in here with the doily, little English home magazine, and our remotes. And I do keep a lot of blankets on the couch because there's certain places the cats like to lie, like right there, and then there's Sweet Wednesday curled up over there. And then just kind of all kinds of different colors and patterns of pillows, which I love to do is mismatching patterns. I don't know, I think it just gives it a look of uniqueness. Well, that is the same over here. has changed a little bit. I just have a few items that I threw over here for now. After Christmas, I just kind of put some stuff back or where I thought it should go. And I haven't really gotten in this den to really decorate it yet. So this is just kind of an everyday look, but I'm gonna get to this room very soon. You'll definitely see a change in it for spring. And then the pictures are all the same there. I did put up there some, oop, look at that. I forgot to take down my North Pole canes down there. I'll have to take those down, but I just have some pictures and frames. Like I said, this room needs work, but I'm not doing it yet till I figure out exactly what I'm gonna do. And the chair is the same things. And then that basket I just hung up there for now. I don't think it's gonna stay there, but for now it's okay. Definitely gotta, you know, work on this room. But if you guys have any ideas for this room, let me know. I think I might put some like hanging plants up there so like they kind of cascade down. I kind of like that look a lot, so that might be just some plants up there. I'm not really sure. And then underneath I think is still the same. One of my favorite pictures of Jordan when he was 2. He's now going to be 31. Hard to believe. And that's, I think, it. And we'll get a little close-up of Wednesday. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Who's a good girl? She was a good girl. She is the sweetest cat ever. She is so loving. All right, guys. Well, that is this room. Like I said, I haven't really done anything with it. Still working on my ideas. So those are all the changes that I've made. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I will see you back. I'm going to go thrifting and I'll see what I find and what I can add in, and I will see you all soon. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.